Y'all who I'm friends with and who I know a lot of YouTubers, okay? Especially those who do lifestyle content. And I'm going to be very honest with you. These YouTubers that get millions of views like this are not generating a voluminous amount of money, okay? If you go on, when your spare time, look at, what is this woman's name? Special K, Mama K, Simply K. What's this woman name? What was the woman name? The heavyset woman with the not so good teeth. I don't want to talk about her because she's so sweet, but her teeth not that good, and she be having on the wigs and stuff. And she had got there one time by somebody who thought that she thought he worked for Food Network, and then come to find out that they actually scammed. They were scamming her. I can't think of her name. Somebody K. But she make all the fat stuff. She make all the cakes, all the macaroni and cheese. This is on YouTube. She make all this stuff on YouTube. Somebody in here know who I'm talking about. What is this woman's name? Soulful Tea. Thank you. Thank you. I knew somebody knew who the hell I was talking about. What I said, Special K, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. Soulful Tea. But I knew y'all knew who I was talking about. Okay? You can play with me all you want to. I knew y'all. Yeah, she's sweet as pie. She really is. She is sweet as pie. And she get a lot of views. And she do like cakes and stuff. And, she cooks stuff. She's sweet as pie. She got these kids. And she raising these kids and stuff. She's sweet as pie. But, she just had a string of, I guess, bad luck or whatever. So anyway, go look. There's a video that her son put up. And her son put the video up that said, I'm going to show you how much money my mother actually made from these videos. She is very sweet. She is sweet. So I don't want to talk about her bad. This is not about her. This is about, but it's a video, and he says, so I think one of the videos that, hold on, let me block this person. It's about some ghetto gay Rick Ross. Yo mama. Okay. Ghetto and gay. Listen, there was a video that he put up and was like, and I'm finna paraphrase because I don't remember the exact numbers, but one video had like a couple of million views, y'all. Like a couple of million. And I think the payout was like less than $2,000. Okay? It had like a couple of million views on YouTube and the payout was less. And the payout is even more less. That don't make sense. It's even lesser now because of the way they do the payouts now. With YouTube, you get less money. So, as a YouTuber myself, and again, I do lifestyle content. I don't do gossip. I don't do comedy. So, of course, I'm never going to get the views that they get. Although I do okay. Even people who get millions of views are not generating $800,000 a year. Okay? People out here who are getting millions and millions and millions and millions of views, from YouTube alone, okay? From YouTube alone, barely, y'all, barely cutting it at like 200K. And that's with like millions of millions and millions and millions and millions of views, right? And what you also need to understand about YouTube is any video that is monetized on YouTube that is found to be in violation, the video comes down and every penny that was earned for that video is deducted. Every penny. If you put a video up, so I did a video on my testosterone replacement therapy, and I was giving myself a shot, and I did it live I did a video and then put it up on YouTube. Well, come to find out, and I think Funky Dineva, this happened to him too. There's something about medicine, like you have to label it as education or something like that. Like there's something you have to do. And if you don't do that, then you're going to be found in violation. Now, that video wasn't one of my popular videos. It had a nice amount of views, but every cent that I had made from that video was deducted because now that video was found to be in violation. So here's the deal. And they retro the violation. It ain't that you put the video up 2 years ago and the violation happened 2 years later, and now from this point forward you don't get monetization. No, they go back, they retroactively put in what the violation date is, and based on the violation date, every dollar that you would have earned based on that revenue, now you got to pay back. You see what I'm saying? You got to pay that back. So if you had a video that got violated, or you got violations on YouTube, or you got a video, all of that, you got to pay back. Okay? You don't get no money for that. You don't get no money for that. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay? All of it. Especially if you found to be in violation. And so I worry about her like moving forward. Because this is what I was saying earlier to y'all. What I was saying earlier to you guys was, okay, I feel like if all you do is YouTube, like all you do is blog, all you do is YouTube, you can make a decent amount of money, right? You ain't working that hard to do that. You can probably, you can easily probably make $200, $250, right? A year. If you have a product to sell, so, and this is what I was saying about her. If you have a product, so if you're selling, I don't know what she could sell. I was joking the other day and talking about sofa covers, but again, if she had a product to sell, then she could generate income, right? Because now your only source of income is not necessarily just the ad revenue off of your videos. Now your source of income is your, online store or whatever the case may be, right? But here's the issue that you're going to have. So number one, if you don't already have this, right? If you don't already have this in place, you don't already have this working, you don't already have this going for you, you're hustling backwards at this point, right? So now at this point in life, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to start doing me an online store now. It's too late, because now the people, it's going to be very difficult for people to support you in that way. Now, again, you might get some support, but I don't know if you're getting $4 million worth of support. And then you have to have, some initial cash for capital expenditures to be able to start this project. So she does a lot outside of YouTube. 4 million isn't going to show up. Well, I mean, listen, we'll see. Only God knows. Only the future. She has sold products, shirts, mugs. Sis, shirts and mugs. You, baby, how much money do you think mathematically this woman is making off of a shirt and a mug? Okay? How much money do you think she is making off of a shirt and a mug? How much money do you think she's making off of Patreon? Okay? How much money do you think you are making from selling mugs and shirts? I sell shirts. I sell shirts for $30 a pop. I know how much that costs. Even if I sold, let's see, it's $4 million, right? Let's see how many shirts you got to sell. The numbers will tell you. 4 million. 400. Okay, 4 million divided. Let's call it $30 a shirt. Okay? Let's call her profit off of that $22 a shirt. So let's go straight profit. 4 million divided by $22. You got to sell 181,818 shirts. If we divide that number by 12, that means on a monthly basis, you need to be selling 15,150 shirts. If I divide that number by 30, on average, she got to be selling 505 shirts a day. If I divide that by 24, sis got to be selling 21 shirts an hour. You got to sell 21 shirts an hour, sis. And now I'm thinking, is anybody going to wear a Tasha K shirt? Now? You got 21 people an hour that's going to wear a Tasha K shirt? And that's only if she's able to sell those shirts at $30. I'm just saying that's because I sell shirts at $30. The shirts y'all have, you hungry, let's make a snack, hold the line, make oxtails cheap again. Yes, those are $30 a shirt. You feel me? Tasha K and her husband own a grip of investment properties in their portfolio. Cardi B owns Tasha K and her husband's grip of investment portfolio. That's it. Okay? That's it. And then, not only that, do you even know how to offload? Do you know anything about real estate and about offloading real estate in this climate to generate, a level of income? So even if you have investment portfolio, we don't know what your financial outlook looks like. We don't know if you own those right out. We don't know if you have those mortgaged at all. So let's say you do have a property. Let's say you have an investment property, and maybe your investment property, I can't see her having $4 million worth of equity available in these investment properties, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Because in order to have $4 million of available equity, your portfolio, you would probably need to have at least 25, 30, in order to have 4 million, you got to have at least $25 million right now of investment portfolio, right? So that's like first and foremost. I'm sorry. What gossip blogger do you know has 25 million in investment portfolio, right? So the deal with the investment portfolio is even if you have the house. So, okay, let's say you have a regular house. Most houses, what are they? $350,000. And I'm being generous. It just depends on what location this is. So even if you have $350,000, that might be what it's worth. But what did you mortgage it for? Right? Like how much did you pay for it to begin with? Right? So let's say if all is well, and let's call her fiscally responsible. Let's do that. So we'll paint the picture. $350. Let's say you had it for the last 10 years. You probably still owe a good $280, $290 on the property, right? If you mortgaged it for $350, you might be able to get $5 for it right now, or $4. You might be able to $4 and some change. If you're able to get $4 and some change, once you deduct how much you still owe, and you look at the equity that you walk away with, you might get a good 60, 70K. It depends. You still got to pay taxes. You got to pay real estate agent. You got to pay the seller and the buyer's commission out of that. Okay. Ask me how I know, and I'll tell you so. Okay. So even if you have that, and then how much time is that going to take you to offload all of that? First of all, even if you have the house, your house has to be appraised, right? You have to do the inspection on the house. If there's anything wrong, all of that needs to be fixed. So then you have to manage all of that. That's more money it's going to cost you to have all of that stuff fixed. Once you have all of that stuff fixed, you have to deduct that from whatever the profit would have been from the house. And then you have to find a buyer, right? So who knows what's going to happen if you don't find a buyer, right? Or let's say you find a buyer, but the buyer wants, like, you're looking for cash immediately, so you're trying to offload it right now. So now you done flipped it from being really a seller's market to being a buyer's market, because you want the buyer to buy right away. So now the buyer is going to buy it so you can get the cash, but they're going to buy it under the value just because so you can offload it. It's still when you, even if you have a real estate portfolio, turning that real estate equity into liquid cash is still a process that don't add up to $4 million extra dollars. That's all I'm saying. None of that to me add up to $4 million. I ain't the smartest out here. I'm letting you know right now, I ain't the smartest cookie in the jar at all. By all means, I'm not the smartest, but I know a couple things about money. I know 2 or 3 things about real estate. Okay, I know a little something about how to buy a house and get a deed and how to get a mortgage. Okay, I know a little bit about that. Okay, so I just don't see it, man. And I feel sorry for her being in that particular situation. So even if she does have another stream of income, that's cool. But now you under scrutiny, and when you have judgments like against you, or liens against you, or judgments against you, especially from like the IRS and shit, whoo, child, they finna go to your bank accounts. They finna go to whatever payments you getting. They finna subpoena the Google, and the YouTube people, the ABC company, the metaverse. They finna get them to see how much money you done paid out to them, where that money at. Like, bankruptcy don't solve all that. Bankruptcy does not solve all that. There was a bankruptcy attorney on, and the bankruptcy attorney even said that even if she could get some discharged, but it's dependent upon where her income is. And at this point, because of the case, you think these trustees, these court appointed trustees now, you think they about to let you slide? No. What they're about to do now, they finna go through with a fine-tooth comb. If you feel like you want to file bankruptcy, you can. But hold on one second. We gotta see the records. We want to see the paperwork. We want to see the bank accounts. We want to see what's coming in. We want to see what's going out. Okay. And he said that there's a possibility she could get some of that discharge, but he was saying they don't discharge the whole judgment. So you still got to be you still on the hook. She could appeal all day long, but that was a federal court. You could appeal all day long. Who you going to appeal to? The Supreme Court? And one of the most liberal justices, he's finna retire, and they decide on the cases they want to hear. And I understand fully that they got more fish to fry with the Build Back Better and the mandates than a YouTuber and what you call it. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The whole thing is just unfortunate for them. No, does the appeal stop the payment? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it does. I don't know. I don't know if the appeal. I don't think the appeal does. I think the bankruptcy stuff pauses it. From what I remember the man saying on live, the bankruptcy. What did he call it? It was a word he called it. The bankruptcy process. It was like a process. He said something about. It was a word he used. If you work in bankruptcy, you know what I'm talking about. It was some word that he used, and he said, like, it's like this is the process that starts. And he basically was saying, like, this is the what you call it? Deferred? No, that don't sound familiar. Stay? That don't sound familiar. None of that sounds familiar to me. He said it yesterday. He said it, but I don't remember what exactly. No, it was the word. It wasn't stay. I don't know, y'all. Oh, she posted on Twitter. Ooh, this is horrible. Okay, horrible. Anyway, let me order me some dinner. I got to go look on the Uber Eats and see what I'm finna order for dinner. Maybe some noodles or something. Okay, let me order me some dinner and then I'll call y'all back I think, a little later. I got edibles. That's what I went downstairs to pick up. You know, in California, they deliver edibles to you, child. Ain't that something? In California, they deliver edibles to you. Okay? And so I said, I need to make sure I got me a little something, you know, for later. So I just got me a little, these are indica mango gummies. 2 of those. And this is the indica strawberry gummies. Just a little something I picked up. Okay, this is what they do in California. So I have these for later. But let me order me a little piece of dinner